This is Bergstrom's State Line Quiz Bowl. Now from the Collins Aerospace Studio at the Nordloff Center in downtown Rockford, here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Welcome to center stage again at the Nordloff Center here in downtown Rockford. Thanks to our friends at Collins Aerospace and the Rockford Public Library. And happy Leap Weekend. Only happens once every 4 years, right? So we should enjoy it. We are marching along in this tournament, moving along very, very quickly. In fact, after today, our Elite Eight will be half full. One of these teams will earn that fourth spot. How about a nice round of applause for the Belvedere Bucks? Belvedere's led by Captain Matthew. Matthew, introduce us to the rest of your team.
Yes, here we have John, Leo, and Aston.
Welcome to the Bucks. Last season's runner-up continued their winning ways. They beat North Boone in the first round 330 to 110. You guys, there's some internal smiles there. You didn't see a ton of reaction, but second highest point total in round one, led by Aston and Matthew, combined to bring in 11 questions correctly. Could be another high-scoring game against the Marengo Indians. Welcome, Marengo. Captain Jake, introduce us to your team.
This is Jordan, Danny, and Mikey.
All right, welcome. Marengo made it here on the strength of Jake's 6 correct buzz-ins. They beat Forston 240 to 90. So a couple of two high-scoring teams here as we begin this week's Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. We'll start with the Superior Joining Technologies buzz-in round, so hands on your buzzers. Remember the most important rule of round one. Wait for me to call your name and say your answer loud and proud. Here's the first question. Let's do this. What island, which was once known as Sulphur Island, is home to Mount Suribachi, where U.S. Marines raised an American flag during a 1945, Matthew?
Iwo Jima.
That is correct. 1945 battle, famous picture of that reenacted flag raising. Belvedere is first on the board with 10. The Parcae were the Roman equivalents of what mythical group comprising Clotho, Lachesis, and Anthropus, who controlled the threads of mortal destinies? Matthew?
The Fates.
They are the Fates, and that's 10 more points for Belvedere. You are up to 20. Albert Einstein won a Nobel Prize for explaining what effect, which occurs when a photon's energy, Jake?
Photoelectric effect.
That is correct. When the photon's energy exceeds a metal's work function. Marengo is on the board now. You've got 10. What type of substance, which names the bridge in a galvanic cell, can be formed by the reaction of an acid and a base? Jake?
Buffer.
Incorrect. Belvedere? The substance was a salt. The acid and the base neutralize each other and they leave a salt behind. What Scottish archipelago, northeast of the Orkney Islands, names a breed of pony and sheepdog? Mike?
Shetney.
Incorrect. Belvedere, you've got a chance for some points. Matthew?
Shetland.
Shetland is correct. You're very, very close, Mike. Sometimes it's worth that guess. Belvedere's got 10 more. You're up to 30. The Duke of Medina Sidonia led what military force launched by Philip II in 1588 that tried unsuccessfully to topple England's Elizabeth I? Only about half of Spain's 130 ships made it back in the Spanish Armada. What concrete structure that was completed in 1936 created Lake Mead and is a dam on the border of Arizona and Nevada that is named for a president? Matthew?
The Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam is correct. President Herbert Hoover, and that's 10 more points. What musical suite includes the movements Fossils and the Elephant, was written by Camille Saint-Saëns, and contains the cello showpiece? Matthew?
The Carnival of the Animals.
That is correct. That cello showpiece is The Swan, and that is 10 more points. What kind of document, which is called holographic when written out in full by a testator, is carried out by an executor after someone's death? Matthew?
A will.
That's correct. That might have been the biggest clue, right? After someone's death. You got that right. 10 points for you. What city, whose elevation of 7,200 feet makes it the highest U.S. state capital, was founded by Spaniards in 1610, making it also the oldest capital? Matthew.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe is correct. Santa Fe, New Mexico, 10 points. And that's how we end the round, with 10 points added to Belvedere's score. You're up to 70. Marengo's on the board with 10. It's only one round in. We've got 3 more to play. Our volleyball round is the next one, and it'll come up after this commercial break. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.